Imagine a $1,000 prize and a year-long sponsorship, enough for a temporary escape from prisoner life. While everyone's putting it up, Graham decides to hide in a corner, leaving Mickey puzzled about why he's playing hide. Only his wife knows Graham is alone fighting low spirits, making occasional mistakes, unsure how to cope. He just wants to sort out his feelings, which later got scientifically labelled as depression. As time marched on to week 9, the famous rider Boardman challenged the one-hour cycling world record just as predicted. Friends are eagerly watching if Graham's record will fall, while he's thinking, meh, whatever. He heads out, as usual, only to suffer a flat tire, so he reluctantly goes to a bar to call for family or friends to rescue him. During this, he runs into his childhood bullies. Graham initially aims to ignore these losers, but they surround him like they're hunting a deer. But this time, Graham decides to stand his ground, and his courage leaves those punks frozen in their tracks. Graham didn't shy away, he showed what it means to fight back. His fierce spirit made those thugs hesitate like deer caught in headlights. You can't get stuck in the past. Life is like mountain biking, always pushing forward. The key is to bravely face your fears, pull yourself out of the mud, and chase those worthy life experiences. After an hour of hard work, Boardman easily smashed Graham's record from just a week ago. How predictable. The title of world champion returned to him, leaving Graham a bit dimmed, but his fighting spirit pushes him to take part in the sprint race 5 weeks later, ready to match up again. Though Graham excels in endurance racing with a cheap bike, Boardman has a $500,000 high-tech alien bike. But Graham isn't scared, for he has a secret. His skiing style Crouch 7-star. As the 4-kilometer chase kicks off, Graham gets into gear while Boardman naturally follows close behind. This chase isn't just a test of strength, it's a battle of will to win. As Graham speeds up, his cadence nears its limit. The gears roar like wild beasts, and the chain dances like a silver snake. Ultimately, Graham outpaces Boardman by 2.38 seconds, reclaiming the top and setting a new world record for 4-kilometer cycling. However, opponent Boardman didn't lose temper. Instead, he admired Graham's skills deeply. He stood on the podium, savouring the glory, while the president of the Cycling Association looked decidedly unimpressed. But Boardman's form wasn't quite right, really not good, just not quite there. When Graham returned home, the Scottish public welcomed him warmly, not just because he set a new world record, but because he beat the Englishman Boardman during the race. The mayor awarded him the title of Scottish Flyer. While everyone celebrated, the Cycling Association met to discuss punishing Graham. If a bicycle that's cheaper than lunch can break records, how are they supposed to sell their overpriced ride? This directly impacted their profits. So the association banned him from racing under the excuse that Graham's bike was unsafe. Faced with the association's noble sanctions, Graham called in the media to showcase his new ride. This humorous comeback turned the association into a laughingstock overnight, and their higher-ups doubled down on punishing Graham. They kept changing rules, yet Graham always countered the association's absurd demands. Seat length cannot exceed 5 centimeters. He promptly adjusted it to meet the requirements. Parts must be commercially available. He raided civilian vehicles for alternative parts. Each new rule from the association got cleverly countered by Graham until they had no choice but to let him back on the track. However, a new limit on posture, no chest-pressing hands. Otherwise, 3 violations would lead to disqualification, a definite and visible shackles for a flyer. During the World Championship qualifiers, Graham held back as much as he could, yet still got caught twice by the sharp-eyed referee. Ultimately, he couldn't cope with the new rules and crashed hard off his bike. Once a world record holder, now defeated and embarrassed, a wave of frustration washed over him, and he replayed the race footage over and over while drowning his sorrows in alcohol. Childhood shadows returned, using memories to humiliate him, leaving him deeply uncomfortable. Compared to physical attacks, mental assault proved far deadlier. Amid mockery and intimidation, Graham's psyche collapsed again. Unable to endure the pain, he impulsively fled to the mountains to end his life, but the rope broke at the critical moment and a passerby saved him. Later, his wife sought the best psychologist for him, but he insisted on handling his issues in his own way. Yet his so-called method was merely to keep avoiding locking his dreams away in a derelict shed while letting past efforts gather dust. He stopped chasing his dreams and returned to a mundane existence. But life isn't just about low points, it comes with unexpected kindness too. During renovations at the Norwegian sports arena, they gifted a piece of the track to this record creator. This wasn't just a memorial for a historical achievement, it was a boost for his flagging spirit. His first letter back at the park was arranged by the priest. Now he'll sail the waves for a new life. As he departs, he entrusts his final wishes to Graham, candidly expressing his fan piece and is ready to face the loss of his lake. Remember to subscribe and check in for more exciting content.